What is everybody? Today we are going to be showing you a tutorial on how to avoid every monster and what every monster is and where they can be found at. My game has been glitching out lately, so I have no idea what's going on. But we'll explain that later. So the first monster we are going to talk about is the giant. Now, the giant is one of the monsters that only attack you if you get up close to them or if you're in line of sight. So basically what the giant does is it chases towards you, and sometimes it grabs rocks and throws them at you. Recently, they've updated it to where it goes faster when throwing the rocks, and the rocks have gotten bigger. And if you get too close to the giant while it's doing its animation, it might grab you and throw you as well. So, I recommend to stay away from this monster. You should probably keep as far away from it as you can. The next monster we're doing is a turkey. Now, there's nothing to avoid about this monster. It's just that it runs away after it sees you, and that's basically all it does. I'm pretty sure if you kill it, it gives you food that heals you. I haven't killed one ever since this update. I don't know if they removed the food from it, or if you can still get it. The next monster we are going to be talking about is the red light green light monster. Now, what the red light green light monster does is, you guessed it, you stop at red light and you go at green light. And if you keep going at red light, it becomes a spider and kills you. Yeah. So there are easy ways to avoid this, either by stopping when he's red, or by hiding behind a rock or anything that the red light green light can't see you from. Because if the red light green light doesn't see you, you might still see the red light, but if you move during the red light, if it can't see you, it won't attack. So next up, what we'll be doing is the anglerfish. Now, something I forgot to tell you about the turkey is that in the dark, the turkey becomes evil, and for some reason, it doesn't attack me, but it attacks other people. But it should attack you if it gets too close to you. So that's all. So the anglerfish is a monster that's also kind of like the giant, except the giant is affected only when you get close to it or in line of sight of it, and the anglerfish is a lot different. So like the anglerfish is attracted by light, or attracted to light, meaning that it'll only chase you if you get too close to it or if you shine a light at it. For this explanation, I'm gonna have to bring them to spawn, so I'll cut this off and I'll meet you there. Fish. Now, with the anglerfish is one of the fastest monsters in the game, other than the red light green light monster. So basically, it's attracted by light, so if you shine a flashlight at it, it comes in. But there is a good way to avoid it, and to do that, you must throw your flashlight. But there are other ways to avoid it. And so, for example, if it runs towards you, run away from it and turn backwards. Because whenever it bites you, it goes to your last known location. So like, the last place it saw you at, it's going to go there, and if it still doesn't find you, it's going to deactivate. And if you were to shine a flashlight at it again, it would come to you. So good thing to not get near it, and if it does get near, if it does try to attack you, throw your flashlight. If it still tries to attack you, try to dodge its attack, or at least get hit once, and then like turn to get on its back, and then run away as far as you can. But that's it for the anglerfish. Alright, so for the next monster, the next monster is Armstrong. Now, what Armstrong does, he's pretty simple. All he does is come near you if he sees you and smacks you. And if he smacks you, it takes half your health away, or almost half of your health away. Actually, more than half of your health away. And then it just stays there for a little bit, like it's stunned or something. Now for the next monster, the next monster is the chicken. Now, some people like to call this monster the dinosaur, and I honestly don't care. But because it's literally both. Like, it's a dinosaur mixed with a chicken. Anyway, to activate this chicken, you have to get close to its nest, which I'm not going to be doing that because it's way too risky for all the stuff that I have right now. But there's 3 phases of this monster. There's nest phase, there's growling phase, and there's aggressive phase. Now, whenever you get a little bit closer to it, it starts growling at you. And when it starts growling at you, you probably don't want to get any closer to it, because if you do get closer to it, it activates aggressive mode, meaning that it'll chase after you until you leave its area or until you die. Now, people like taking the chicken from this, or the chicken egg from this area, and it's way easier to do if you were to just grab a ray gun. But yeah, that's all for this place. I'll be taking this umbrella. By the way, if I explained that these monsters would be found somewhere, I will tell you the locations at the end of the video. The next monster on the list is the cyst monster. The cyst monster is a very strict monster. Now, very picky monster. This monster is a giant eyeball, and what it does is it kills you. It instant kills you if you touch one of its tentacles. But if you touch its eye, it's fine. For some reason, I don't know why. But it's usually surrounded by these little, It's usually surrounded by these little, whatever they're called. But, so if you see those, you might not want to go near unless you necessarily have to. Because that means there's a cyst monster nearby. And, yeah. So don't touch its tentacles, that's how you avoid it. Now, alright. So, the next monster is the Ghost Lady, which is the monster one of the monsters in Haunted House. There are 2 monsters in Haunted House. There's a Flickerer and the Ghost Lady. So the Ghost Lady is a monster, is a freak. It's a monster that only appears when you shine your light at it. And if you look at it for too long, it kills you. And that's all. But There's also the what's it called? I like to call it the Tinkerer because it sounds like it's tinkering. It looks like that. This is what the Tinkerer looks like. But basically, what it does is it makes your flashlight like flicker and turn off, stuff like that. Yeah. So we have a little bit more monsters left. I need to get this key to find another one. I do not know how to get that key. Now the next monster is the heartbeat. The heart. So basically, what the heart does is, well, it's really not a monster, but it is something that hurts you. So I'll let it stop. But basically, what the heartbeat is, it's just a heart. It's just a giant heart. And if the heart sees you, like, I don't know how to explain it, but if you get exposed to the heart, you get hurt. It's not that much though. But yeah, that's all for the heart. I just gotta get out of here. Now, the next 3 monsters I'm going to explain are literally the exact same thing, but they're really easy to find out. I'm not going to tell you where they locate, but I'll try my best. If I forget any, if I miss some, then please comment the ones that I missed. But anyway, there should be a monster in here that's it's called, I like to call it Big Bomb. Now what Big Bomb does is it creates a big explosion after a certain amount of time, and it's just a big version of all the other bombs, such as the flashbang bomb and the regular bomb. And the regular bomb can be found at the start of sewers, or the flashbang bomb can be found at the start of sewers, and like the very next area at the start of sewers, or the next area of sewers has the regular bombs mixed with the flashbang bombs. So yeah. Anyway, now we're going to tell all the locations of all the monsters. Alright. So, the giant, I don't know if it can be found in sewers because I haven't been to sewers in a while, but for now I know that the giant can be located in the anglerfish cave and at the very start of the forest. And the turkeys can be found at the start of forest, inside of sewers, in the anglerfish cave, or the dark forest, and I think that's all. But red light, green light monster can be found in dark forest and sewers. The chicken can be found in the chicken nest and far deep into Armstrong's cave. Oh wait, I forgot the mimic. But the mimic is basically a monster that spawns in at the second part of sewers and the fourth part of sewers. It also appears in Armstrong Cave and Mimic Cave. Freak, why did I forget about Mimic? But I'll explain Mimic right now. So what the Mimic is it's a monster that looks exactly like you, or not exactly like you. It's just like a random monkey that looks like a gorilla, or looks like one of you. If you get too close to it, or if you hit it, it'll turn angry and attack you. and it's pretty aggressive. It, like, hops around when it tries to fight you. So if you ever encounter a mimic, you might not want to get too close to it. It's not that big of a deal if you don't get close to it. It's really easy to kill as well, though. But yeah, the anglerfish, there can be one in Dark Cave, and there's two at the very end of sewers. There's, which ones have I not said? Freak. The Ghost Lady and the Tinkerer can only be found at Haunted House unless you lead them to the safe zone, which they can be led to the safe zone. They can. I've seen it before. But yeah, the Armstrong monster can only be found in Armstrong Cave, but it was once at the chicken nest, like on Halloween. It was. So I might come back. The Sice monster can be found in Haunted House or in sewers. Freak, I can't remember anymore, but anyway, if you liked the video, please comment down video ideas. I'm running out of ideas. Thank you for your time and have a good day. Goodbye.